your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Ooh, it is a chilly night out there. 21 in Champaign, 20 in Danville, 18 in Watsika. And with the wind, turning those numbers into single digits in places like Bloomington. And look at Pontiac, feels like 6 right now. How about 9 in Watsika, 21 Jacksonville, a little better for areas from Taylorville down to Mattoon. But how about the 13-degree reading in Champaign? We've got clearing skies here. We may actually see a few snowflakes by morning. Yeah, we've got that in the forecast. And so we're going to have to grade tomorrow morning for the kids at the bus stop. About a C-. We're talking 19 degrees on the way to school, only the lower 30s there on the way back home. We're going to come back, talk about that snow chance for tomorrow. Don't go to bed just yet. We'll show it to you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
A pastor is accused of sexually assaulting a teenager in his congregation. What the church had to say tonight.
That's when she got pulled out on the road.
And then she got hit by a car. But that's not all. What her family has to say about what happened.
One senator helped get the state to allow more casinos, but a campaign donor and business partner are set to get a big payoff for his work.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Police arrested a youth pastor in Champaign for sexually assaulting a teenager in his congregation. Tonight, we heard what a leader at that church has to say about the accusations. 48-year-old Roger Van Raden is charged with criminal sexual assault and aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He's accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting the victim for the past 4 years, starting when she was 14. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is in our newsroom tonight. So, Jennifer, how was this discovered?
Jessica, this past week, the victim told her family what happened, and it was later reported to police. Van Raden was a youth pastor at Faith Baptist Church in Champaign. This was happening until August of this past year, most frequently at the church. Sheriff's deputies don't believe the sex acts were forced, but a 14-year-old girl can't legally consent to sex, especially with a man who, at the time, was more than 3 times her age. Officials say Van Raden was using his position to influence her.
This was weighing on her for a long period of time, and for her to make this disclosure, which is a brave thing to do, and get support from family, friends, and then support from her family.
The lead pastor at the Faith Baptist Church says Van Raden is no longer employed there, and on Sunday they voted to ban him from the congregation. In a statement today, the lead pastor said, quote, "What he did was wicked, evil, and we don't stand for it. I never saw any sign that this was happening," end quote. As of right now, the sheriff's office does not believe there are other victims. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. Again, Van Raden was charged with sexual assault and criminal sexual abuse. If he's convicted of the more serious charge of sexual assault, he faces 4 to 15 years in prison. Leaders at another Champaign church are sending a warning about a scam. Someone is posing as a priest from St. Matthew Catholic Church. They're using a priest's name to text people and ask for gift cards. It's happened at least 3 times so far. If you get a text like that, you should call the church. They say a priest would never ask for a donation unless it was a face-to-face conversation.
An 18-year-old and 3 juveniles were arrested for a shooting and attempted armed robbery. Police were called to the Boost Mobile on MacArthur in Springfield on Friday. A clerk says 2 people came into the store. One had a gun. The clerk ran out of the business, so did the suspects. Police say 18-year-old Charles White showed up at the hospital with 3 juveniles. He'd been shot in the arm. Police say all 4 of those people at the hospital were involved in the attempted robbery. When they ran away from the store, one of the suspects accidentally shot White. Each was arrested for attempted robbery. 2 of the juveniles were also arrested for aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. 1 was also charged with reckless discharge of a firearm. New at 10, authorities arrested a man they say drove over several people with his car in September. Now, they arrested 24-year-old Derek Overton this afternoon. He's charged with aggravated battery. Police said he was in a fight with several people outside Black Hawk Liquor at the corner of Kenwood and Springfield Avenue on September 24th. They say he got into his car and drove into the crowd, running into several people in the process. 2 of those people were seriously hurt. Overton's being held on a $500,000 bond in the Champaign County Jail. We have new information tonight. Family members of the teenager who was hit by a car in Mattoon say they want to share the truth about what happened. Riley McCleary and her dog were hit on DeWitt Avenue near 26th Street Saturday afternoon. Police said the 15-year-old was pulled into the road by her dog while they were on a walk. Now, her uncle says McCleary was getting out of her car with her dog. He says her dog, Luna, saw some puppies across the street and tried to run after them. That's when the teenager was pulled into the road and hit.
She ran out, got a hold of the dog, its collar, on the side of the road, and basically the dog had lunged once. She got Luna back, and Riley was holding on still. She lunged again, and that's when she got pulled out on the road.
Riley remains in critical condition. She has severe head trauma and a fractured skull. Her uncle says she's not talking. If you'd like to help the family, we have a link at WCIA.com.
We have an update on a 10-year-old who was shot in Champaign last week. Dakari Roberts' family says he was finally able to get up and walk today. They say he was shot once in the chest while he was in his bedroom. This happened in the Garden Hills neighborhood. His mom posted this picture today saying he was walking the halls of the hospital. Out of the nation's capital, House Democrats are moving forward with articles of impeachment against President Trump. They decided to limit the scope to 2 articles: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Under the Democrats' timeline, the president could be formally charged next week. In a tweet this morning, President Trump insisted he did nothing wrong and said impeaching a president with a record like his would be, quote, sheer political madness.
She's already been crowned Miss Illinois. Now she's hoping to get the title of Miss America and help your kids at the same time.
Plus, they help cheer on the Illini, but this week they're off the sidelines and helping kids for the holidays.
And later, she earned her spot as our WCIA 3 Volleyball Player of the Year, but she also had to earn her position at her dream school twice.